Welcome to another episode of Ruff Talk VR, a weekly podcast with in-depth game reviews, exclusive developer interviews, and the latest MetaQuest and virtual reality news. We join our hosts, the father-son team of D. Scruffles and Stratus today, as they spend another episode breaking down and discussing the world of virtual reality.
Hey, welcome to this episode of Ruff Talk VR. Coming at you with another edition of VR news.
Oh, gonna add some props while you talk.
Yeah, that was a cool setup you did with the Silent Slayer floating in the air like that. The Silent Slayer coffin. Also rocking the Silent Slayer t-shirt. But cool stuff, besides all the news that we have to talk about today. I kind of want to kick off the episode talking about something pretty cool because I had a dream last night that we went the whole episode today and didn't talk about it. So we'll get it out of the way right at the start. I'll say the negative to it first, but then the cool side. In a week or two, there's going to be a week that we don't have any in-person episodes, like recording content that week. No. But we are pre-recording interviews so that we still have episodes drop that week.
In the bank.
So the downside, no news that week. But the upside for us, we're making a trip to Sweden.
Yeah.
To Europe.
I'm leaving on a jet plane.
Yep. Next week, Geez, when this episode drops on Monday, we're going to be leaving in like 48 hours.
Yeah, we'll be gone
midweek.
We got some it's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm. So the following Monday.
Can't say much.
Yeah, the following weekend, we're not going to obviously be in town. We're going to be gone for about a week. So we're not going to be in town to record. So yeah, we have some interviews that still will drop that week, but exciting stuff coming for us in the next 7 to 10 days. We won't get into the exact specifics of what, but just
we're going to Sweden.
So, whole bunch of good news to talk about this week, and probably the highlight of the news suddenly leaked.
Ruff Talk's going to Sweden?
Ruff Talk's going to Sweden.
That's the highlight of the news to me.
To me, that is too. But
and with that, folks, have a good week.
Yeah, we'll check you out in a couple weeks. But, the highlight of the news last week for me was that on a store listing page on the MetaQuest store, on a couple apps, it started to show on the list of supported devices. It started to list the MetaQuest 3S, which is going to be their their lighter hardware, like their less powerful edition of the Quest 3. I've seen some people say that they're probably not using the Quest Lite term because of the weight difference. Like it's probably going to weigh more.
Yeah,
that's been the general floating way, but I'm still biased.
And the Quest Heavy makes it sound like it should be more expensive. So
I like the term light for less powerful, though. I'm old school, like LITE, not like light, correct spelling, tech spelling of light.
Like giving light.
I feel like that transcribes a lot more what the headset's doing than the S, but people like you who are older than me have no problem adapting to the S model naming for
X, S's.
So it seems like that'll be the official name, and it's got to be inevitably coming soon with it coming on accidentally, maybe quote unquote accidentally. Onto store pages. I've got so many questions about this thing. There's some
I want to know where they're scaling back. That's my biggest thing. Like I'd love to see the exact apples to apples to see what the scale back was to make it what's going to be an affordable, lighter version.
There's a
tech lighter.
There's a well-known data miner on Twitter, Luna. I followed their growth as a leaker and data miner for quite a while. They started with like data mining through Quest updates to like find code that hints at things. But I get the feeling they're acting a little bit more as a hub these days of getting like, leaks submitted and then, being a kind of like a WikiLeaks of VR leaks. But they posted a screenshot of the rumored specs that it's going to have. So there's some side-by-side comparisons if that's going to be accurate. Of course, we don't know.
They're the rumored specs.
Correct. We don't know until
the actual. It's like that's just what because it's it's going to be a good value, right?
Exactly what the value? I'm curious.
Yeah, but if it's going to get more threes into people's hands, then I'm all for it.
And Summer Game Fest is coming right around the corner. That's when they're showing off more news about Batman VR, as they've publicly said. There's no MetaQuest gaming showcase this year yet. I mean, there's been no news of it. I'm not going to say that there's not going to be one, but I mean, June's usually when it happens, and we're on June 2nd as of recording right now, and there's not even a whisper of it. So I kind of wonder if they're going to load up the Summer Game Fest with a lot of VR stuff, maybe even an official teaser of the MetaQuest 3S. What do you think?
I have no idea. It's been quiet on that front. So
Yeah.
it's a real, I put it in the who's to say category.
I'm excited though.
But anything's possible with Meta. They could drop it tomorrow.
I'm going to be curious what they do with the Quest 2 when it launches or when this drops.
Keep it.
What the pricing model of this is going to be. Right now, the Quest 2 is $200.
Mm-hmm.
So is it going to go 2 is $200, then the 3S for maybe $300?
That's what I'm thinking.
$300, $350 is a home run price point.
The S stands for super duper price. It's got a super duper deal.
Oh, dude, if you could
Now,
get...
$299 is my guess, but I'm not the best in pricing out what I think. Especially with Meta. Sometimes they go heavy.
Especially if it can run all the exclusives that the Quest 3 can, like the Batman VR.
Why not? I'm thinking like tech wise, it's going to be relatively close. I don't see them scaling back on like processing power or anything. I see them more scaling back on like lenses, the availability to get a big storage for it.
That's the big rumor is like the Quest 2 lenses and color pass through.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Nothing
I
wrong.
get it.
Not if the price is going to be like literally a steal.
I think there's even going to be a crowd of Quest 3 purchasers that goes, damn, you know what? I would have gotten the Quest 3S instead because that's really just has everything I care about for a better price point.
Still going to be waiting for it.
Let's see.
Coming out tomorrow.
No. I'm curious though, maybe a Christmas release would kind of make sense. October is usually their hardware release
the
time.
Holidays would make real sense.
So maybe
but one could
it.
argue summer vacations, which would mean, now.
Yeah.
Now or the next week.
I'm thinking my gut says we're going to get a teaser at the Summer Game Fest. Not full stuff, just a little teaser because there's going to be a lot of
I
flat
wouldn't see
screen.
why not.
There's a lot of flat screen eyes on there. So if you're dropping
come out wearing one.
Yeah, if you're dropping imagine $299 or $350 and it comes with Batman VR at release, dude. Come on.
It pays for itself.
That's
because Batman's going to be expensive.
But I agree with your gut feeling that this was probably not an accident.
Yeah.
This is just intentional marketing. Look, we're talking about it. We're not the only people talking about it. But I'm of the belief that if we're starting to get this accident or intentional, whatever, that it's coming soon. That's my belief. But that was cool. And then Team Beef, man, always crushing it. Last week, Team Beef out of nowhere dropped that they ported Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider.
Old school.
Not only to VR, it's now available in mixed reality on the Quest 3. Dude, you said you saw it on Facebook and didn't even think it was real.
Yeah,
the first time.
I saw it in one of the VR groups, and I'm like,
no way.
That's not fucking real.
The trailer they posted,
I'm like, oh shit, that's quite real.
You see Lara Croft swimming through the sky, like outside, because they're playing it outside. Freaking dude, I never would have thought that was even on the table.
Team Beef don't play.
No, Team Beef they're out of control. Some of the best ports.
Dude, such talent.
Yeah.
Imagine if they actually made a game.
It's inevitable.
Like,
it's inevitable.
Where's the joy just in...
This is when we find out that we're out of the loop that they are making a game.
They made so many.
Yeah, of their own.
They made a dozen in VR.
Because you look at the talent in porting.
Shadow companies.
You look at the talent in porting, it would make sense that you'd probably think that they'd be able to make a damn good game from the ground up.
Not their first rodeo.
No.
So, who knows?
Yeah, but let's see what else Team Beef is working on, because if that's what they're working on, I mean, I never would have guessed that. So, what comes next, I have no freaking clue.
I've said it before. That's the San Andreas answer. It's the easiest route to get it done.
You give it to Team Beef.
Drop off a bag of money.
To Flat to VR Studios.
Say, come on, can you help?
It's clear you guys know what you're doing.
Suck it up a little that you couldn't do it. And let them do it.
And then 6 months later, they're going to have it out.
6 weeks, dude. They probably already have it. They're just like, for legal reasons, we can't. But we play it, and we love it. It works great.
Too. It definitely works on the Quest 2.
Yeah. Worked on. We had it running on the one for a little while.
Too funny. But huge props to Team Beef with that one. Definitely wasn't expecting that.
Talent, dude.
And then Alchemy Labs, they announced that...
Good studio.
So for the Quest, Job Sim is getting hand tracking on the Quest. So I'm excited
Which is good.
Yeah, I'm excited to go back in there and just play around a little bit.
It's for the environment that they have there, it's perfect, dude.
Before you try Job Sim for the first time, you hear the hype of it. If you didn't live through the hype of it in the moment, you're like, wow, this game is so hyped. What's up with that? But then you go into it, you play through it, And you see why it's the standout title of the Alchemy Labs.
Unless you work in
library.
a cubicle. If you work in a cubicle for a living, then no, it's not your jam.
Shit, it might actually be funny though, because it makes such good humor of some of your situations.
I don't want to go. I don't care what job they came out with. If it's my job, I don't want to play it because I'm trying to escape the current reality. Not to be like, dude, I do this at work.
I think my favorite,
especially when the personalities of people are, office staff related. I don't know. That's a tough sell.
Yeah, but Job Sim was a good time. So I'm excited to check it out with hand tracking. But then Alchemy Labs also announced that Job Sim and Vacation Sim have come to the Apple Vision Pro.
That's a good move.
Slowly, the headset's getting a library.
It's certainly getting a lot of games now.
For being a productivity
Where's
headset.
all the apps? Dude, I've never once saw on social media going, OMG. Check out this Get Shit Done app that I just put into my Apple headset.
Well,
I've seen conceptual stuff.
The problem is that there has to be people in your groups that own an Apple Vision Pro, which there's not too many.
But I see people posting about the Apple Vision Pro.
News about it. I haven't seen too many people.
It's usually games.
Yeah.
It's nothing but the gaming side of it. Or the struggle to have more games on it.
Yeah. You go to make a productivity headset and realize that even when you market it to that, the people that buy your headset, they want games.
Guess what? Millionaires want a game too.
Yeah.
And it's like, give them the same damn games.
Dude, I'm still so jealous of Resolution Games Game Room app. We need that on the Quest.
I don't get it.
It would be such a home run playing it. But, cool to see for the Vision Pro. They got Job Sim and Vacation Sim from Alchemy Labs. And they also got another old school VR title. I love one of the hidden gems on the store in 2024 because it still holds up, but it's easy to miss because it's been around for so long. Eternal Starlight.
Mm-hmm.
It is a real-time strategy game in space. Really fun campaign mode where you can run different paths of it. Some awesome characters in it, like Dr. Chin Chin, one of my favorite characters
we
in
used
all
to
of
have
it.
a Dr. Chin Chin.
We still do. He's just
He had an accident.
Yeah, his tail fell off, but his body's still good. Just his tail, this little clip part of his tail.
Yeah, he's broken, bro.
But Eternal Starlight,
you killed him.
Eternal Starlight, great freaking game, and it officially launched on the Apple Vision Pro.
That's another. See it? Yeah. I mean, I just don't know how many people own an Apple.
No, I think that's my thing. I don't think anybody owns the freaking headset, but it's cool to see it's starting to get a library for future editions of the headset
That's
when
nice
it's cheaper.
I just laugh every time I see new games coming in.
Correct, because you don't see the productivity apps and the original purpose.
They should have just sold it as like, look, man, it's going to be a great gaming headset with the ability to, when you're not gaming, to get a little work done.
Yeah, Apple's had a hot and cold relationship with gaming pretty much its whole existence. At times, they've shown interest in it, but then never really put like the full, we are gaming push that they put towards like creative sides.
No, I mean, they're good at providing the device to do it, and then they just leave it into the hand. I mean, just like the old Apple computers back in the day. It's like they were obviously meant for productivity, right? But yet everybody's gaming on them. The old Castle Wolfenstein.
People like video games, man. You can't ignore it. You can try to fight it, but people
it's a strong group, dude.
Video games.
And when you look at people who really game, it's from all walks of life.
All ages.
Yeah.
All backgrounds. Everybody games. Yeah. Not every person, but like every type. Like it's everyone.
It's worldwide.
Yeah, come on, baby. Don't try to hide the games from us. Don't try to say you're not a gaming headset. People are gonna start playing games.
I said that from day one, though. I'm like, it's for you. Got a game, dude. Productivity, white noise to me.
That's a bonus top off, but that's not going to sell the headset to me. We got into VR for gaming.
Yeah,
we are gaming peeps in the end, and that's what sells headsets. Let's be real.
I want to do my taxes online. I'm really looking forward to that.
So that's, and then another cool piece of news. One of my favorite fitness games in VR, Les Mills Body Combat.
Get rigged, mate.
Yeah, that's that specific workout will always stick out in my head. Dan and Rachel, they do such a good job as coaches.
Good people.
But honestly, beyond how good the app is, how good it functions, how great the workouts are, how great the instruction is, one of my favorite parts of it is that you buy the app. There's no subscription model. That's kind of my negative to a lot of VR fitness and meditation apps. I like that one and done purchase.
Yeah, dude.
I don't want to pay.
If I'm going to pay a subscription, I'll go to the real gym.
Correct. And the same thing for like meditation or yoga. Like, okay, then I'll just start going to classes. I don't want to pay monthly for that.
Correct.
I come from a gaming background. I like the one-time purchase, so
hit me once.
Les Mills is one that you buy the game and you own it. Boom, there's all the workouts. And they've added more free content since it even came out.
Big game.
But they did launch their first paid DLC for $8. It's called Power Strike, and it features new levels, new environments, new songs, new workouts. So $8, come on, for 8 new workouts, 22 new songs, new environments, 8 workouts in this. That's $1 per new workout.
I think it's great they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it shows that they're trying to raise a little.
Keep the game alive.
Yep, little capital
without doing a subscription model.
Yeah,
so I'll support it.
Where it's a tough sell is like, dude, do you need 8 levels? You get what I'm saying, though?
But
with the amount of variety that they gave you with the initial purchase,
plus new levels that have come out.
Currently, as it stands,
you're saying
buy it today.
They almost shoot themselves in the foot with this because they offer so much available
They
already.
were so generous on the front end when they released it. Even on release, dude, we were blown away with like how many workouts there were.
Sorted by intensity, length.
Yep. And then it's like, then they like immediately started adding more workouts, and then they
new
made
environments. They did like Olympic update, Olympus or something.
So yes, I believe they shot themselves in the foot, and I think it's a harder sell on a well-priced DLC because $8 is really good, right?
Yeah.
It's under 10. Go, wow, that's really affordable.
And they fly them out there to film them, do the recording of the coaching. It's a lot.
You give me so much. And I'm sure at this point too, a lot of people have been playing it for a long time. They have their set routine. They have this is what I do. But so I'm curious how it'll play out. I'm supportive of it because I love the brand.
I love the pricing model.
Rachel and Dan are legit. I mean, I follow them both on social media, and it's like they legit. They care. They want people to be their best, be your best person, and.
You hear it when they're coaching, man. They put passion, even in a VR recorded thing. They're putting in like 100% effort into it.
The best line ever in Les Mills is when, and Dan says it, is like you're going hard as hell. It's like one of those real long ones, and he's like,
you can.
People ask me all the time, like, what do superheroes wear? He's like, I tell them what we're wearing now because we're all like superheroes. It's something to that effect, and it's like it just. Like giving you that shot of adrenaline, pump even harder. So, I mean, they're really good at what they do. But look at the audience they'll teach in front of. It's like, this
massive. And they walked a fine line, but never crossed it, where they stayed motivational, but they never got corny. They never got generic.
No, every catchphrase that gets spit out is 100% motivational.
Yeah, they did a great job.
Yeah,
so,
I love both of them.
I think the people that are going to buy this DLC are the people, ironically, like you said, the people that have their set routine, but it's going to be the people that have gone into this app consistently since release. Well, for people like me and you, are we going to buy it? We still have so much.
Dude, I won't because I have so much of their content now.
But if you use the app daily, for $8 for more workouts.
And the Les Mills brand worldwide is like alarmingly enormous. I had no idea until we had first played Les Mills. I'm like, oh, let me do a little research. And I'm like, OMG, this is a monster.
International.
Dude, no joke. Like, you compare it to like anything else. You'd be lucky to get that kind of draw in any industry. It's like, so I imagine most of the Les Mills people who do it live are probably all over it on the headset also.
Yeah.
Especially for travel. And
you're somebody who buys every workout DVD. God. Now you can have it so many more workouts in VR with them standing in front of you.
But if their real business model is run with that same type of intensity and really like wanting everybody that's doing it to be the best person they can be and in the best shape they can be, and damn, dude, they've cornered the market. They're my number one.
And it's that pricing
of all
model.
The workout apps. It's like it's them. It's like, and that includes like on CD or like Taiko and all that shit back in the day.
Oh, it's so much better than those,
dude.
Than those DVD ones.
They corner the market.
Yeah, great stuff.
So
on
I
do
support them on their DLC, but good luck to you.
Your criticism is almost a compliment.
You gave us so much, mate.
I believe the
You know what I'm
base
saying?
game, maybe it went up. I don't think so. I remember at launch it was $30. That's very fair. When you think
Worth
of
every penny.
a lot of these apps are what, 10 to 15 a month and stuff, even $8 a month.
Trying
It's
to
like,
lose 30 pounds, it's $1 a pound.
Yeah.
You're getting off easy.
and you own it forever. So
And even if you're in really good shape, you're the
no,
cardio
dude,
exercises.
I sweat.
They'll tax you out.
I
I did
sweat.
one of the. I did their highest timed one once,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah. So real quick, I do want to give a huge shout out to our Patreon peeps.
Mhm.
You know, before we slip on through all the news. So huge shout out to our Patreon members on our on-air shout out tier. We have Amelia, Asim, Aspire Mike, Deep Easy, Jake, Carson, Earth Witness, Crispy, and Shoes. And, you know, we talked about it again last week, but again, you know, definitely go check out Shoes' ranking of the
Reviews?
Epic Roller Coaster DLCs, which, you know, unfortunately for him, they just had another one drop. So maybe he'll need to update that article
See how it
after he checks
compares.
it out. Yeah. So definitely go check out that article. It's available on the Ruff Talk VR website. And also there's an accompanying YouTube video with it as well. So huge props to Shoes.
I want to challenge Shoes because he did a great job with his coaster.
Mhm.
I would love to see the top 3 VR experiences guaranteed to make you sick because they're out there,
Yeah.
guaranteed. But find them and then do a like. Imagine having to put yourself through that though, to be like, well, I feel sick playing this,
Yeah.
but what makes me feel worse? But I'd love to see that, and then people would be up for the,
I love this
the
dabbling
challenge.
with VR journalism that Shoes is starting in. I
He's
hope
good
that
at it.
I hope that expands with him. He's
Why
good at
not?
that side, that writing side.
Why not?
So again, huge shout out though to all of our Patreon peeps, all of our supporters on our on-air shout out tier, as well as all of our other Patreon peeps. And you know what? Everybody who listens each and every week and, you know, engages in our Discord community, you can go join our Patreon in our Discord with the link in our show notes, our episode description. You go, what is this episode about? Show more. Boom. There's the links. We have some cool listener perks like on-air shout outs, access to an exclusive chat room in our Discord server, all that stuff. So always appreciate the people that are engaging in the Ruff Talk VR community each and every week. I say it week after week, but our mods, Shoes, Kinkanuk, Amelia, they crush it with helping keep the Discord what it is, both in a positive, engaging community, but also events, giveaways, all that stuff. So thank you all for your continued support. So besides Les Mills, Asgards Wrath 2, they officially got another Quest 3 enhancement. The reason I say another is I could have sworn shortly after the Quest 3 dropped, there was like a minor visual.
Yeah. I thought
Update.
so. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, maybe I'm making stuff up, but this was a full-blown...
Mandela effect.
Right? You remember that too, right?
Mhm.
But this is a full-fledged, you know, maybe it's even more than they did
Or maybe
before.
it was out of the gate with an enhancement.
Yeah, but
Quest
regardless,
3 enhancement.
they got a full-blown Quest 3 enhancement this past
As
week.
if it wasn't good looking enough.
Yeah. Asgard, man, remember people were complaining that it was the same version of the Quest 2 on the Quest 3? It's like, dude, you got it for free with the Quest 3. Enjoy. It's a 60-hour RPG
Got it for
on
$700.
standalone VR. Yeah,
I'm
right?
paying free. Cost me $700 for
Hey.
Asgards Wrath.
When that offer doesn't exist anymore, the headset will cost the same. Although our theory is that it'll come with a different game, maybe Batman VR.
If I was on the marketing team, or if I had a dog in the hunt, I'd be like, hey, we need to keep it fresh. It's like
Keep it rotating.
Look at the numbers of the game. Look at the amount of playtime new headset owners are even putting into it
Mm-hmm.
now versus like, let's be honest, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Be crazy. What if they had a Batman themed headset?
The different. Oh, what? Why would they not at this point?
Give it the little ears. Oh my god, dude!
And here's
And
you
then
know,
that's how they could.
this is nothing to Asgard Wrath 2 because it's an amazing game, but there's a difference between an IP like Batman
The Batman
versus
logo on the
Asgard's
front.
Wrath. People go crazy for Batman.
Well, it's a comic, dude.
One of the
Superhero.
the biggest in the whole.
Been around forever.
Yeah.
So
So
70-something years.
that is such a big IP. Iron
Superman,
Man was big.
Batman,
Iron
any
Man
of
was
them.
big, but Batman's way bigger than Iron Man.
I want Wonder Woman so I can whip across the sky in an
Mhm.
invisible jet. That's too funny.
Yeah.
No, superhero IPs, dude. They're all,
Mhm.
again, they've been around for almost 100 years. They
I
hold
imagine
up.
they sell good, I imagine.
Why we wouldn't have them in the VR space or the meta space Would be crazy not to.
Mm-hmm. Is there any medium that's more fit for superhero games than VR where you actually get to feel like it?
No, because as a kid, you read the comic book in your brain, you picture it, or you're playing with your little superheroes. But as a kid, you have that ability to really be there in the moment, as dumb as it is. It's like when you played war with little things. It's real. That shit's really happening because you're still naive enough, and before you get brainwashed, I guess, as an adult, and shit's all like, that can't happen. So, yeah, man, it's like, to me, it's a dream come true to be able to play what you could only imagine as a child. Even watching it on TV doesn't do it justice.
Mm-hmm. If Iron Man...
Or a movie. Get what I'm saying?
Dude, if Iron Man is your favorite superhero, playing it in VR, you could probably just fly around for hours.
And dude, do you not...
you feel like him.
I didn't really watch the Iron Man movies prior to playing Iron Man. It was playing the game that got me to the comics. Yeah,
I remember that you went back and watched it after
every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, I really want to know everything now to see how it compared to the story that went down in the game. And I'm like, Iron Man's it's a great movie. Kind of upset at myself I didn't watch it years earlier, but yeah, man. So it'll bring people back to. I've seen every Superman movie, right? But if they did a good Superman VR, do you not think I'm not going to watch all the movies again?
Mm-hmm.
Of course I am.
And they're showing off Batman VR at the Summer Game
Twilight
Fest,
Zone. What did I do with Twilight Zone? I rewatched the original Twilight Zones. So it's like you want to gravitate towards the...
I think that's the game to bundle with a headset.
Batman?
Yeah. That's the game to do.
Limited edition Batman headset too, dude. Yeah. And controllers.
Let's see what comes. Let's see what comes.
Oh,
I know. I can picture it 100%.
Batman skin with the silicone little nubbies on it.
Summer Game Fest. Again, that's my guess.
Give your headset some abs.
We're going to see Batman news, and we're going to see some...
Yeah, the Batman bundle
news.
It's a no-brainer, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It'll sell headsets real quick. Like,
dude, it's got to. People love Batman.
Yep.
So, cool stuff. And then also, we got...
Batman.
Asgards Wrath 2 got an update, but also Arizona Sunshine 2. So AW2 and AS2, they both got updates. Arizona Sunshine 2 got a new free horde mode called Old Mine. So they've continuously pumped out new horde mode map, a new map in the horde mode. They've continuously added updates to it. What you thought
No, I do. I'm looking at the background. I mean, obviously we're a podcast, but
if you're on YouTube, we have some.
I'm like, I actually kind of like this concept a lot.
I love the shell game.
Makes me want to put a shelf right in the.
I'm so hyped for Silent Slayer. It's coming out, dude, right around the corner.
It's fun, man.
June 6th. Pre-order it now, man.
To me, it's a little different direction for them that I would have thought, but
once you play it, it makes sense though.
Having played it, dude, it's good.
Yeah, it's real good.
It's good.
So cool stuff with Arizona Sunshine 2 getting another free horde mode map. I mean, like I said, dude, it dropped with one map, but they've continuously pumped out free content.
I think they're having fun. I think they did really good at the launch of it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even better than forecasted. And then after sales were really decent.
We're guessing too. This is the speculation.
This is 100%. I'll put the disclaimer: 100% speculation. Don't listen to a word I'm saying as gospel. It's just what I believe would be the case. And then sales are not the worst, but obviously like they're not as good as when it peaked, but they're having fun. They have the ability to be like, we can afford to add this. Now let's, put this in the game. Or these were things that were just already waiting in limbo, but they didn't
make it to the deadline.
Yeah, they gave us and everybody the time to do the story, Go do the story. Now we're going to give you reasons to come in and play.
And Vertigo Games is a studio that at this point to me,
another good studio.
They have the reputation that both their in-house games and their published titles like Hellsweeper that they made as the publisher with Mixed Realms as the developer, all the Vertigo games get free updates. After the Fall did.
Yeah.
Arizona Sunshine 2, Unplugged VR did. I would have loved to see Unplugged VR get even more, but that's selfish. They got more songs throughout the time. That's a game that I think if Unplugged VR launched today would be an even bigger hit than it was back then, just because of how far hand tracking is today versus back then. I don't think it was a concept everybody was as open to buying a whole game, rhythm game on. But dude, me and you have loved that game since launch. And Vertigo Games, every game they have, like I said, they add new content too. So that's holding strong with...
No, they're reliable. Put them in a trustworthy studio.
Absolutely. So this one will be quick, but for you PlayStation VR 2 peeps or anybody actually that's been waiting for one, the PlayStation VR 2 is $100 off for the next 2 weeks. So if you've been on the fence, now's the time. You're laughing over there.
Can't help it, man.
Yeah, dude.
Listen, I'll say it from day one. It just was marketed poorly, and
correct. It's nothing against the actual hardware of the thing.
Looking the direction that they're going now, it should have been day one directions. It's just, I don't know.
Well, they did their state of the play last week, and
if they had waited a year, they would have come to their senses on how they should really put this to the public and what they can offer and not offer.
They just feel non-committal to it in their marketing, in their game releases. I mean, they had their state of the play last week, and a game that I've heard referenced so much since Max Mustard came onto the scene is Astrobots, because that was kind of was definitely an inspiration for Max Mustard. I never got to play it. It was on the original PlayStation VR, but everybody loved Astrobots. They launched a spin-off of it with the launch of the PlayStation 5 to get you familiar with it as well. And then at the Sony State of the Play last week, they announced a sequel to Astrobots that's not going to have VR support. It's just for native flat screen. An IP that was originally VR. Astrobots, the original, was a PlayStation VR 1 title, and one, again, that I've heard has come up so much as people's like OG favorite title when they first tried VR. So that was kind of a slap in the face. And then they showed off Alien, the Alien VR game with pretty choppy frame rate. I mean, that's kind of
it's a video, dude.
Yeah.
I can't hold. I'm not buying that Kool-Aid I won't drink.
Yeah.
I saw it. It's like, but I know filming VR shit and what it really looks like are always two different worlds.
Correct. But if it doesn't look good, you probably shouldn't show it off as your two VR things.
But it didn't look like something I wouldn't play.
But then they showed off Behemoth, which actually that looked really good from Skydance Interactive.
Looks real good.
It did. I'm hyped. But that both Alien VR and Behemoth are going to be on Quest as well, which that'll be how we play it. But I mean, Behemoth does look like a damn good title. I think that's going to top the PlayStation VR charts.
I think anything that you bring to PlayStation will top the charts if it's decent.
Yeah.
Because they're just,
they're hurting a bit.
I just don't get their it's almost like this is just, we're watching the best example of when an established, really good at what they do company starts dabbling in the other areas, and it's just not taken serious because the company's too big. It's like
they got too much other shit going on.
Look at Zuckerberg. What makes the headset so great, right? He fucking wants it. Right?
VR is definitely a passion project.
He will sit in a boardroom and be like, hell no, we're putting more money into research. What do you think of it? Ready? I'm doubling down. How's that? Because he wants it. It's like, I can't think it's Sony. The guy on top is the one going, oh, we got to do this because he wants it. No. It's like some department that's, working it. And then everyone knows how it is in these companies of this size. You want to make a change, it's going to take 6 months. You got to do faxes and emails and, come on, man.
Whereas he's a majority shareholder in his own company. He
wants it.
Nobody can tell him no.
That's the difference to me. Because if Sony really wanted it, again, a lot of the things that are happening right now with them would have been the day one shit they would have done.
Dude, we're talking about one of the OG, one of the most successful consoles.
Love Sony.
One of the biggest figures in all of gaming history we're talking about. Yeah.
True. Just electronics in general. Yeah. Sony TV.
When we were shopping for a new camera,
Sony soundbars.
We almost got a Sony camera. Remember?
Sony's a name you can trust.
They're high quality stuff. I've had PlayStations my whole life. We're talking about it's crazy.
Yeah. It pisses me off a little.
Because when you look at how established they are and how much of a well-oiled machine they are, they should have destroyed the marketing of PlayStation VR 2.
It's almost like they had no
interest.
No. It was just going through the motions to get it out because Meta did. And it's time for
it. Did feel that going through the motions feel.
It still feels like it. I mean, the decisions being made now seem a little better, but no.
And again, we don't say this as Sony haters. We say this as people that we understand how freaking good Sony is. It's inexcusable because of that.
I should see
great commercials.
I should see PS VR 2 being shoved down my face
Mm-hmm.
to the point where it's like I have to go try it because I'm tired of seeing all the videos
Of Gran Turismo. Even, dude, we saw a video of Gran Turismo right before you got to rub it in one more time, right?
Like, I'd be an asshole about it.
But imagine if
Show
they
me
were
Gran
shoving that
Turismo.
in your face all the time.
Exactly.
But it's not.
But they didn't. I can't
So.
mention too many creators either that, and we've mentioned this too, that weren't like really pumping out the videos
Correct.
on release.
And
It was a weird marketing campaign.
Yeah. And again, they were a well-oiled machine they're beast. We're talking about, like I said, one of the biggest figures in all of gaming history. So interesting moves. But I am excited for Behemoths, makers of,
Looks fun.
Skydance Interactive. They made Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners. So let's see how that is. And then I'm so glad we get to talk about this. Tried it over the weekend with Pop One, their new Phoenix map update. They had their early access, public free weekend this past weekend. So we went in and slapped some fools around a bit. That was nice.
I'm allowed to say I played it early access, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, you got in an early play
I got
session.
a PlayStation.
You went. If you had a PlayStation, we'd have a PSVR
Bro,
2
they
with
gave
Gran
me
Turismo
PS5 and everything. No, I got an early play session.
Yeah, the
with a
embargo
bunch
for
of-
that dropped last Wednesday, and you were like, "Oh, we're recording. The episode drops
Yeah,
on Monday.
I
I
was
can't
so
talk about it
disappointed.
yet." So we had to wait one more
I
week.
just suck it up a whole week, man.
Yeah, that's painful. But then I played it with you over the weekend.
Dude.
Got to win our first one. Boom, easy.
Not just a win.
Nah.
13 kills.
Eight-
we were just
8 by you, 5 by me.
we were destroying. 0 by our third.
Each only died once, but pulled out the
Crushed
full
it,
win.
dude.
I actually think that game mode is more built for our play style than
Well,
the default.
it's kind of built for anybody's because it's you're gonna find so much more loot. You can upgrade your shit.
There's that new redeploy method. So the longer into the game you get, instead of needing to do the revive method like classic Pop 1, what you can still do, early in the game you die, you'll come back in like 5 seconds, all the way till late games, like over 30 seconds, I think, before you come back. So your team's out if all 3 people in your squad die before somebody redeploys.
And then even if they deploy, you gotta hope that they can get to the. No, I love the mode.
There's upgrades.
It's a lot. I mean, it's more combat driven. It's meant to go in and start fighting because there's literally
Loot boxes.
everywhere. There's buy areas for, again, like the upgrades.
So you can pick
There's-
up these gems, and then you use those gems to upgrade your weapon or buy new items, change your player class. What?
There's other crates where you're going to have to fight NPCs,
Mhm.
and then it's a timed like capture the flag situation. So you want to hold it, and then you'll get loot for that. In the time of a full game, if you're lucky enough to go all the way to the end zone, which does moves. It
Yeah.
rotates, so you can't camp in one area and be like, dude, we're ending right here, man. Just stay here. Well, yeah, it's going to work for one round, and then the end zone's going to, like, the end game's going to move. You've got now to run too. So I love the fact that they do that because it
Mhm.
forces people to gamble.
That
on
you
one
think
of
it's going
4
to move.
locations it'll be at, but again, that's only going to work for that one moment,
Yep.
and then it's going to move again.
No, I love it. It's not even that I like it
Yeah,
more than the
man.
default mode. I like both
For
options now.
what it is, it's like they've given you so many different ways to play now, and it's massive. The hiding areas are ridiculous.
Yeah, they
There's
are.
buildings everywhere, handful of the signs, nothing too massive to climb. Out in the distance there is, but nothing that you're probably realistically going to
Gonna reach.
not in the time frame of
No.
the zone closing.
So
But
it was,
everything about it to me was a home run, and it's just going to give. I mean, some people are kind of whining about it because they're like, it's a different game mode, but I'm like, well, yeah,
that's the point.
it's to me, it's made for faster action of combat.
It's made to bring in a different audience, which the base
You
game
can't
mode
find
still
a gun
exists.
in 3 seconds. You're just not looking.
It's not like that they changed the base game mode. You still have to go to change game mode and intentionally
Yeah,
go
so
to this
you're not.
one.
It's not being force fed on you.
No, it's still it's like hidden away almost. You go
But
to
as
change
far as all
map
the
and-
game modes they've done in the past, this is probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, I hope that we got the win.
It
always feels
but
nice.
we get the win in the original mode
Yeah,
too.
that's true. Dude, it's-
Almost at will.
it's felt good to hop back into Pop 1 and not miss a beat. Maybe even be better than
I just
before.
had to remember how to like bring up the map, and then
I
how
think
to
I'm
bring up
better
the
than we left
pointer,
off because of
then-
Ghost of Tabor.
and then how to change. It's dumb as it is. I'm like, remember, I was like, I don't remember how to reload.
Yeah,
like, how do
or
I
how to
drop my
ping,
clip?
How to ping,
Yeah,
that minor
Well,
stuff, but that came back
do that
quick.
right in the lobby.
But yeah, I'm way better of a in firefight than I was when we left off Pop 1 because of Ghost of Tabor. I'm very confident of it. I said it last week. Yeah, it definitely made me better at shooters.
I actually think it's because of just playing a shit ton of shooters from Ghost of Tabor to Contractors to Pop 1.
To me, it's like running with a weighted vest on.
Been rolling real heavy.
Take that vest off, you feel super light, right?
Been rolling so heavy with them.
All the aim assist and shit in Pop 1.
And let's be honest, in Contractors coming in second, third place more often than not. So not winning at second or third. I can live with that.
We're rats. We're good at just like scrounging around, avoiding conflict if needed, and surviving until the end.
It's not my style to be like, unless the game tells me I have to. It's like if I see 12 people jump in the same area, that's not my fight.
No.
It's like the odds just don't make sense.
Unless the game is get the most amount of kills by the end.
Why would I put myself into that situation? I wouldn't in real life. There's no reason to. I'm going to put myself in a position that I feel like I have the upper hand in a battle. And I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm not going to be like, again, unless the game is like, you have to do this.
Or it's like, try to get the most kills in 5 minutes. Then I'm going in. No, if it's the last team remaining, I'm going to go stand over there for a minute while y'all kill each other. And then I'll come in and kill you. That's my goal.
If anything, I'm allowing a fair fight.
Yeah, because I'm not flanking anybody.
Because it's like in Pop 1, we've done that before, where two teams are fighting and we've got the higher ground and some really good weapons, and we just start laying down fire on them. And it's like they're fighting each other. They're already busy. Neither one of the teams can take any time to look your direction because they're going to get shot by somebody, but they're still going to get shot. So it's dude, so many kills last night. That was freaking great.
But I said it the other week when we talked about
taking rooms pro style
about the news of this update coming out and playing it. It definitely feels like that this is an update to go head to head with Contractors a bit with the loot boxes, the upgrades,
for what
the shopping.
They're not going for that Contractors realism.
No,
they're keeping it Pop 1, but adding the features that people like to see in Contractors.
Yeah, so. Huge props to Big Box on this one though. This was a great one. And dude,
I love it.
In our continued saga of hopping into old games, we went back into Gods of Gravity. Love it.
Crushed it there too.
Yeah, having fun with the co-op campaign. Although fighting on two fronts, and one of the early campaign levels did actually give us a fight on hard mode. We still won.
I had to remember, that's all.
Yeah, we had to be like, we really got to take out one, and then once we committed to taking out one, props to you for getting that kill. Then it was quite easy to take out the second guy. But Gods of Gravity, man, that's a game that holds up.
It's a good game.
Yeah, really good game.
Good. So, it's such a young studio, too. Oh, my God.
And now they're
developers are, I think they can drink now.
Maybe.
Of age in the U.S.
Maybe they can.
All of them.
Maybe they can buy menthol cigarettes, depending on the state they live in.
Like, I don't think menthols are legal.
Not in Massachusetts.
No.
You got to be 21 to buy tobacco in Massachusetts now.
21, that's right. But no menthols.
No.
Because they target kids.
Correct. Flavored
but you
tobacco.
But you can buy candy cigarettes.
And
that's fine. And that targets kids.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. As long as we're on the same page of making sense.
So they can definitely drive. I don't know if they can buy tobacco yet. Maybe they can drink and buy tobacco.
No, they can run a 4,000-pound car down the highway.
But dude, now they have two games on the Quest. They have Gods of Gravity and Yeeps VR, which we still got to check out. But it looks like it's getting quite a following.
I was going to play test it. It just didn't work out.
Because it was like pre-scheduled ones. But it's out now.
I'm not going to lie.
It's a hide and seek game.
I hate the scheduled play tests. No. I've been doing them, but
you've been doing them
not my cup of tea.
And it's been really lucky the timing of them when you've done them.
Yeah, it's like
a day off of work.
You'll send me the do you have time for this? And I'll be like, well,
actually, yeah.
I can't say no.
No, yeah.
You're like, you could. I'm like, well, it doesn't benefit me to say no. So
yeah.
I'll definitely do it.
But it's only by coincidence.
Yeah, and I love playing early access stuff.
But Yeeps is out now, so we got to check it out. It's like a hide and seek game, and I love the developers. So huge props to Gods of Gravity. No news with them besides that we went back in and shit still holds up. Shit. Yeah, definitely going to go back into it. Dude, Cards and Tankards was a crazy one to hop back into, too, because they did a whole new tutorial.
Tightened up the graphics.
Tighten up the graphics a bunch. Silly us, we log in with our Meta account because they gave us the option to log in with our Meta account or our email.
Yep.
Make us do this 45-minute tutorial. After the tutorial's done, we're like, I wonder if we had to log in with our email instead. That was the case.
Yep.
Yeah, shame on us. So You'll only be hearing us each week talk about a bunch of different games that we're going back into and revisiting, but I'm excited to keep playing Gods of Gravity. So quick on this one, an upcoming VR headset that looks really good. They're pretty much sunglass VR headset. It's from Immersed. Their headset is going to be called Visor. Immersed is an existing VR productivity app, but they're launching a full-fledged headset that's pretty much glasses. It looks really interesting. They're publicly demoing it in Austin, Texas, September 19th, with the launch for the Founders Edition, like, you know, the people that early supported, coming shortly after.
Nice.
So I'm curious to hear, man, the tech behind it looks good.
It's all for productivity, though, Kirk.
That's what they say, but we see what happens with the Vision Pro. There's going to be games.
Because of the size of it, I'm curious if it really, like, legitimately, this is really just for productivity.
I would check it out, though. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be in Austin, Texas, September 19th, unfortunately, but
if it ever comes to an area
and it's affordable
near us, then I'll try it.
Dude,
yeah, I'd rather try that than a headset. I feel safer.
Well, just sunglasses. That's so like easy to travel with too. Boom, 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 typing. So let's see. I'm curious about it. I'm so excited to hear people's thoughts on it. And just, dude, now that we have a PC VRs, I mean, remember when big screen VR came out? We're like, oh, it looks cool, but there's no point in even looking at it to get, because
I know
now these are conversations. Even if it's like get one and share between us both for a bit, you know, like these are actual conversations we can have now that we have. Hey, don't even get me started. Me too. But nonetheless, huge props to Immersed VR for it. Dude, it looks like that they're doing it. They're launching hardware, which is hard to do. No pun intended. And I'm excited to hear the results of this public test demo in Austin, September 19th. And then the next game from the publishing wing of Fast Travel Games, it's going to be called BlackForge. It launches on Quest and PC VR on June 13th. And I will say it's made by developers Mana Bridge. So Fast Travel's publishing wing, we talk about it all the time. I guess the joke doesn't hold up anymore now that there's no App Lab, but we used to say you want to get your game on the official store fast? Go to Fast Travel. Yeah, yep. They'll get it there fast. Their publishing wing is on fire. Great games. And BlackForge is exactly how it sounds. It's a blacksmithing simulator. Down to like they have you do every step of the forging. In the trailer, it's like, dude, it looks pretty intensive. Looks like you pick up little contracts too to do the work.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I said it immediately. I'm like, I want to play it.
Mm-hmm. You love these simulator type games.
I like everything simulator.
So making
Tycoon, sim,
making weapons,
making shit for people to go
go
to battle with them for.
Making weapons?
No, I know.
Come on, dude. Especially if you can sell them, get coin, upgrade your area, get new equipment to upgrade with, new access to new swords, new clients, new contracts. Fun. Let's go. I'm excited to check it out. And it's right now, it's going to be $19.99. Right now, though, it's discounted to $15.99. And again, it launches on Quest and PC VR on June 13th. And then, ironically, another game from the Fast Travel publishing wing. It was on App Lab without Fast Travel. And then Fast Travel came in and relaunched it as the publisher on the official store. Guardians Frontline. It's a shooter meets real-time strategy, meets co-op. Oh my God, it's so fun. I love Guardian Frontlines. And they just added a new update that adds a new giant queen enemy, as well as some new cosmetics in this free update. So, huge props. I mean, Guardian Frontline has gotten a bunch of free content since it came out. So that's, as we're continuously revisiting games, that's one to add to the list. It's easy to forget about.
Well, there's so many games.
Yeah, but it's easy to forget about. It's a good one. And then another game that we love, Skyclimb. Talked to the developers VR Monkey the other month. They're wicked cool people out of Brazil. Great studio. Doing honestly like half the games on the frickin' PSVR 2 are ports that they've worked on. They're beasts. But their game Skyclimb, which is available now on Quest, it's coming to the PlayStation VR on June 26th.
Which we knew it was coming sooner or later there, so that's a good move. People are going to have fun.
They clearly know how to work the system. I mean, again, VR Monkey is a studio that, beyond making their own games, a lot of companies, you know, let's say you have your game on the Quest and you want it on the PlayStation VR 2. That's where VR Monkey comes in to help, you know, facilitate that. They really know the hardware. They really know how to make VR games for the PlayStation VR 2. So It's a no-brainer that their in-house game is launching on the PlayStation VR 2 later this month. So cool stuff. And then I'm hyped for this one. Don't know if I'm pronouncing the name correctly, but Taiko Frenzy Drums is coming to Quest and Steam VR on June 7th. And I'm so hyped for this one. It's a single-player rhythm game. It's a drumming style. Looks a little bit like Smash Drums, but it's got really cool soundtrack, cool aesthetics, custom song editor that they were showing footage in their trailer of how it works. Looks really intuitive to use as well to like build the map packs for it. So I'm excited for this one launching in, later this week.
I mean, it looks like the only new element I'm seeing is an editor.
Which do exist.
And I will be a picky bitch about rhythm games, but it does look put together well from the demo. My concerns
or the trailer.
The trailer, whatever it is I saw on the screen that didn't play. My concern is all the music sounding the same because I heard like 2 or 3 different songs and I'm like,
they all sound the same.
I'm hearing a similarity in the tones here, but I'm a sucker for rhythm games, so I'll try it. But it's like the market is like,
there's a lot of them.
There's a lot, and just you got to keep bringing new shit to the table. So the editor, though, I can't argue it's new. Not without modding or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like some games you can on PC, but
that was going to be my caveat to that statement. There are existing editors, but not natively built in like this.
Built in like this
for
so
custom songs
cool.
too. That's cool.
And
build a whole.
It's single player, is it not?
That's the only downside to it for me. I actually really like the aesthetic of it, but I like multiplayer for rhythm games.
Me, man.
Remember Samba de Amigo?
Mm-hmm.
All we wanted was to play multiplayer
Haven't
together.
Played it since.
For me, that's going into Valhalla and Ragnarok co-op is one of the funnest things to do for 5 minutes.
But I won't hold it against them for not having multiplayer because I haven't talked to them to know if that's on the roadmap.
Maybe
and
it is.
First is release the game in
That's
good
totally
working
possible.
condition because you're using drumsticks.
Yeah, it looks
like
cool. I like the aesthetic of it a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. We'll see.
I'm
a
excited
sucker
for it.
So I got to try it.
Yeah, you always school me on rhythm games too, so.
I schooled you in that other game too.
You sent me footage of you playing Ragnarok Valhalla on hard mode, and I was watching the freaking drumming on it, and I'm like, what the hell, dude? Like, I'm not hitting those songs.
And I'm
like
missing
that.
notes too.
Yeah, imagine what I'm doing.
If you watch that,
imagine what I'm missing.
I assume you're not too bad right behind me.
No, I hold my own. It's just I'm not crushing it. I'm missing notes.
Love doing the hard mode though.
Valhalla is such a fun song to do.
Great video.
Yep. So just one more piece of news and then just talk about some upcoming releases. A little bit of a shorter episode than we've done the last couple because, well, like I said, we've been banking interviews. It's freaking...
We got packing to do, to be honest with you.
Dude, that delayed the start of this episode by like an hour because we're like...
Got stuff to do.
We're being like camping packing. We're going by weight because we
thought we were going to miss our first week ever.
No.
I mean...
when you said that to me a month ago, remember you said it a month ago? And I'm so glad you did because that night I started to like...
Yeah, I noticed.
Prearrange to have... Then, unfortunately for us, because we can't just miss a week, we're doing like 2 interviews a weekend, which... we've done 2 to 3 interviews in a day. Anything more than 1 interview in a day is life-sucking.
Interviews are hard because we put a lot of energy into the whole experience for us and the guest. It's like, it's not like we just sit back and, so you're putting a lot of energy into it.
News and reviews, I could probably bang out 4 in a day. They're different.
Yeah,
interviews,
those are, totally different animal.
There's an adrenaline dump dealing with a,
because you get the excitement and then there's on-air talk and after-air talk and adrenaline's flowing and usually you're pretty excited about things you've heard. And
let's be real. Last week we had Masters of Light. We talked to Celine Tricart.
I can do that every week.
And we also had another interview that we banked for, the coming week that is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then earlier today, we had 2 really good interviews.
Yeah.
Like really fun.
But long story short, we're not missing anything.
No, we're working hard to guarantee that we got some Ruff Talk VR content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny that the biggest fight right now is our suitcases.
Yep.
Our travel packs.
Mine's ready to go.
Yeah.
I just got to redo the laundry and.
Well, mine could be ready to go too, but what we're dealing with is the accessories, the final touches with like laptops and stuff. But
I don't think laptops are coming.
Dude, when I picked up the weight of you don't think a laptop weighs much until you actually weigh it. 3.6 pounds at the minimum. Pounds. Sheesh. But nonetheless, the last pieces of news, contractors, they were testing out a solo mode the other week, and they officially added it to the full game.
Which is great.
Solo mode not going anywhere.
Because if I'm not playing with you, I'm probably not playing. So if I'm going to play, I would rather it be against other solos.
Correct. What we do in contractors, and I almost wish Pop 1 let you do this, but it's kind of good that they forced us to be social because we met a lot of cool people in Pop 1 as well.
Still, I agree. It should be a button. I already know what you're going to say.
In contractors, you have an option to fill your squad or not when you search in. So with contractors, I'm not filling my squad. I'm staying in party chat.
There's no reason Pop 1 shouldn't do that.
In Pop 1, they force you to take the third.
Because I play in party chat, and then we got to go to app chat. And then sometimes the person you get as a third is an absolute jerk. Sometimes, and you don't want to listen to them. And
or
it's like, what's the point?
We met some great people too, but
we have. I'd rather not have to.
But for contractors,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, it's doubly important because there's spatial audio. So if we have to leave party chat, it sucks.
And I don't want an unknown third in contractors ever.
It's different, right? Pop, I don't mind it.
Different lifestyle going on there.
Contractors, the unknown third is a way more wild card. You don't know what the hell again. Yeah.
You get anything from anywhere, and it's might not be the best human being.
Yeah. So I
get those wicked. I hate when we're a team of two and we bring on a third, and that person's mad aggro about like what to do. It's like no, democracy, bro. 2-1. This is where we're going. If you don't like it, fucking die. Because I'm not going to you. And we've had people bitch, dude. I told you to hot drop. It's like,
I know you're the boss of me.
Who the fuck is this guy? Hey, you know who the hell you talking to?
Shooter communities or something.
Something special.
So solos mode in contractors.
That shit's serious.
Showdown is now permanent.
Yay, that's a great move.
Yeah. So then to wrap up the news, we'll talk about the rest of the releases, or just some, not the rest of all of them, but just some releases coming in June that I'm so excited for. You know, at some point in June, we're getting V-Rider, which we talked to the developers, I think last month. Super cool people. Awesome, innovative motorcycle game. So I'm so excited for V-Rider to come out. And then June 6th, we're getting, as the shirt shows, the cool stuff floating in the air on the wall. We are getting Silent Slayer on the MetaQuest on June 6th.
That's right.
So go pre-order that now. I'm so pumped for that one. And then we're also getting, this game looks so cool, Downtown Club. That's coming out June 14th.
That one's got me excited.
That's like a Need for Speed type racing game. It looks like.
Kind of got that vibe.
Yeah, I'm real excited.
I'm having too much fun putting props.
This is a new thing. We need to get shelving in here. You know, with a proper
green shelving.
Yeah.
I love the floating.
We just paint it green. That's what we do.
Yeah, you just get green screen paint if you really want.
Yeah, there we go. Boom. So Downtown Club, that's coming out June 14th. And then Neon Squad Tactics is another in June. I'm so excited for. Coming out on June 13th. And Neon Squad Tactics is like a top-down isometric, I guess, you know, that top 45-degree view, that Demio view strategy game that you can play single player or co-op. So let's go. Co-op strategy game like that.
So you had me at co-op.
That's a must-buy for me. We love that type of game, and even better when it's co-op. So Neon Squad Tactics coming out June 13th. So that's it. That's all I got for today. That's a wrap. We got no more on the list. We got some packing to do because we're going to Europe. Yeah,
man.
I'm excited. Checking out Sweden. Dude, when you found out you had to get your passport, you hustled. I'll give you props. From the time of us finding out about this, you had no passport, and now you got a passport.
Well, mine expired.
Well, yes, you did have a passport previously.
Yeah,
but we should say that.
I wasn't a day oneer. It's just I had to renew.
Yeah.
But like a week.
I've never seen anything like it.
No.
A week from application, including shipping to back into your hands, you know?
Yeah, that was unheard of. And then even my land card, not that I needed it, but then my land card. Like,
at least the book came in first.
Yeah, it always does.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
And then last to come is your old ID because they mail you back your old passport.
How nice of them. So,
yeah,
great.
No, I'm excited.
Great.
I'm anxious and excited.
Great fun stuff. Wish us luck with the rest of our packing. And you know what? We're going to have a blast continuing to hop into past VR games.
We're going to do some, just for clarity, we're going to do some lives and stuff while we travel, right?
As long as we can.
As long as there's Wi-Fi.
The laptop would help with that.
Yeah, but we don't need the
We
laptop.
could use the phone.
Yeah.
And then we plan on gaming a bit. We plan on bringing our headsets. That's the plan.
Because why not?
Why, dude?
I'm on the fence, but
When we were at PAX, there was a couple hours in the hotel.
I get it. I'm just on the fence because I'm in another country. I don't know if I need to, but we'll see.
I'll be annoying you about it.
I know.
To
It's the only reason why I already plan on it.
You said no originally.
Yeah.
And I was
a
like,
hard no.
I gave good selling points. We'll say that.
Yeah.
You have
I
good
can't agree, an hour here, an hour there. It's like, what's, but definitely I'm going to be soaking up the
Euro vibes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm on.
I wish I could go there with an empty luggage and just come home with the clothes I bought there.
Yeah.
That's the way to travel.
One day we'll get there.
No. That's
If you want to
living.
advertise on the Ruff Talk, I'm just kidding. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Subscribe, rate us 5 stars. No news next Monday, but we'll be having 2 interviews still dropping that week. So no missed content. How about that? Boom. And hopefully we see you in the Ruff Talk VR Discord and maybe even the Patreon. Check you out later.
Take care.
Ciao, ciao.